அனைவருக்கும் இனிய மாலை வணக்கங்கள். மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் தொல் மரபியல் மற்றும் உயிரியல் பாதுகாப்பு நிலை 3 ஆய்வகங்களின் திறப்பு விழா நிகழ்விற்கு வருகை புரிந்துள்ள அனைவரையும் அன்புடன் வரவேற்கின்றோம். பண்பாளர் பிடிஆர் அவர்களின் பாரம்பரியத்தை பற்றிய குறும்படம். தமிழ்நாடு நிதி அமைச்சர் மாண்புமிகு திரு பிடிஆர் பழனிவேல் தியாகராஜன் அவர்களை இருக்கரம் கூப்பி மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகம் வரவேற்பதில் பெருமிதம் கொள்கிறது. மாண்புமிகு நிதி அமைச்சர் அவர்களின் குடும்பம் கொடைத்தன்மைக்கும் மக்கள் சேவைக்கும் பெயர் பெற்றது. அமைச்சர் அவர்களின் தாத்தாவான பெருமதிப்பிற்கும் பேரன்பிற்கும் உடைய திரு பி.டி. ராஜன் அவர்கள் பெருந்தன்மையாக அளித்த நிலத்தில் மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகம் அமைந்திருக்கிறது. மதுரை பல்கலை நகரில் அதன் முக்கிய வளாகம் தமிழவேல் பி.டி. ராஜன் என்ற பெயரையும் அவரது திருவுருவ படத்தையும் தாங்கி நின்று பெருமை சேர்க்கிறது. திரு பொன்னம்பல தியாகராஜன் என்ற திரு பி.டி. ராஜன் அவர்கள் உத்தமபாளையத்தில் பிறந்து ஆக்ஸ்போர்டில் படித்து சட்ட வல்லுநராக சிறந்து விளங்கி 1936ஆம் ஆண்டில் நீதி கட்சியின் சார்பில் தமிழகத்தின் முதல்வராக பணிபுரிந்து பெருமை சேர்த்தவர். திரு பிடிஆர் அவர்களின் புதல்வரான திரு பிடிஆர் பழனிவேல் ராஜன் சட்ட வல்லுநராக இருந்து அரசியல் நெறியாளராக திகழ்ந்தவர். தமிழக சட்டப்பேரவையின் சபாநாயகராகவும் தமிழக அறநிலையத்துறையின் மாண்புமிகு அமைச்சராகவும் இருந்து பெருமை சேர்த்தவர். மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகம் அவருக்கு மதிப்புறு முனைவர் பட்டம் அளித்து பெருமை சேர்த்தது. தமிழ்நாடு நிதி அமைச்சர் மாண்புமிகு திரு பிடிஆர் பழனிவேல் தியாகராஜன் அவர்கள் திருச்சி NITயில் வேதி பொறியியலில் பிடெக் பட்டம், அமெரிக்காவின் ஸ்டேட் யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஆஃப் நியூயார்க்கில் MS பட்டமும் முனைவர் பட்டமும் மற்றும் MIT ஸ்லோன் ஸ்கூல் ஆஃப் மேனேஜ்மெண்டில் நிதி மேலாண்மையில் MBA பட்டமும் படித்து அமெரிக்காவில் பணியாற்றிய பெருமைக்குரியவர். அவர் கற்ற கல்வி மற்றும் திறம்பட பெற்ற அனுபவம் நமக்கு எல்லாம் பயன் தருவதாகவும் பெருமைக்குரியதாகவும் அமைந்துள்ளது. சிறந்த கல்வியாளரே மேம்பட்ட நிர்வாகியாகவும் நிதி மேலாண்மையில் சிறந்த வழிகாட்டியாகவும் இருப்பது பொதுமக்களுக்கும் பல்கலைக்கழகத்திற்கும் பெருமை. கொடைகள், சேவைகள், ஆன்மீக பணிகள் மற்றும் தாராள உள்ளத்தால் மக்கள் மனதிலிருந்து வழங்கிய பண்பாளர் என்ற பட்டத்தினை பெற்று பெருமையுடன் விளங்கும் பிடிஆர் குடும்பத்தினரை மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகம் பெருமையுடன் நினைத்து பார்க்கிறது. தங்களை மீண்டும் வரவேற்பதில் பெருமிதம் கொள்கிறது மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகம். தமிழ்தாய் வாழ்த்து.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழலங்கே தமிழலங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்களை மேடைக்கு வருமாறு அன்புடன் அழைக்கின்றோம். தமிழக அரசின் மாண்புமிகு நிதி மற்றும் மனிதவள மேம்பாட்டுத்துறை அமைச்சர் முனைவர் பழனிவேல் தியாகராஜன் அவர்களையும், மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் மாண்புமிகு துணைவேந்தர் பேராசிரியர் ஜே. குமார் அவர்களையும், பதிவாளர் பேராசிரியர் M. சிவக்குமார் அவர்களையும், உயிர் அறிவியல் புல தலைவர் பேராசிரியர் S. சந்திரசேகரன் அவர்களையும் மேடைக்கு அழைக்கிறோம். ஒளி தரும் ஞானம், ஒளி தரும் விடியல், குத்து விளக்கேற்றி ஒளி வழிகாட்ட சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்களை கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். நன்றி. இன்முகத்துடன் வரவேற்றல் தமிழர் பண்பாடு. வரவேற்புரை வழங்க மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் பதிவாளர் பேராசிரியர் எம். சிவக்குமார் அவர்கள்.
எப்பொருள் யார் யார் வாய் கேட்பினும் அப்பொருள் மெய்ப்பொருள் காண்பது அறிவு என்னும் திருக்குறளையே தாரக மந்திரமாக ஏற்று உலகெங்கும் தன் மாணவர்களை பல உயர்நிலைகளில் வைத்து கல்வி கலங்கரை விளக்காய் திகழும் நம் சீர்மிகு மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் கிரீடத்தில் மற்றுமொரு வைரமாக இன்று உதயமாகி இருக்கும் தொல்மரபியல் ஆய்வகம் மற்றும் உயிரியல் பாதுகாப்பு நிலை 3 ஆய்வகத்தின் திறப்பு விழாவிற்கு வருகை தந்திருக்கும் உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் சார்பாக என் இனிய மாலை வணக்கம். கருவியும் காலமும் செய்கையும் செய்யும் அருவினையும் மாண்டது அமைச்சு. இது திருக்குறள். இதனுடைய ஆங்கில மொழிபெயர்ப்பு எப்படி இருக்கிறது என்றால், a good ministership is having the capacity to conceive and contrive a remarkable undertaking, best mode of and means of execution and also its timing. இந்த திருக்குறளுக்கு எடுத்துக்காட்டாய் திகழும் மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் ஏற்றத்தில் என்றென்றும் பங்களித்து வரும் பரம்பரையின் வழிவந்த இளைய பண்பாளர், பெரும் கல்வியாளர், வற்றாத நதியாய் நிதி வழங்கும் நீதிமான், தமிழக அரசின் நிதி மற்றும் மனிதவள மேலாண்மை அமைச்சர் மாண்புமிகு முனைவர் பிடிஆர் பழனிவேல் தியாகராஜன் அவர்களை இந்த விழாவிற்கு பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் சார்பாக வருக வருக என வரவேற்பதில் பெருமிதமும் பெரும் மகிழ்ச்சியும் அடைக்கிறேன். வணக்கம் சார். மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் அடுத்த கட்ட வளர்ச்சியில் தன் முழு கவனத்தையும் செலுத்தி இந்த விழா நடப்பதற்கு பெரும் முயற்சி எடுத்து பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் நிதி ஆதாரங்களை வளர்ச்சி பாதையில் கொண்டு செல்லும் பெரும் மதிப்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்கும் உரிய மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழக மாண்புமிகு துணைவேந்தர் பேராசிரியர் ஜா. குமார் அவர்களை இந்த விழாவிற்கு இருகரம் கூப்பி வரவேற்பதில் பெருமிதம் அடைகிறேன். மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் உயிரியல் புலத்தின் தலைவர் மதிப்பிற்குரிய பேராசிரியர் சந்திரசேகரன் அவர்களை இவ்விழாவிற்கு வரவேற்பில் பெருமகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் உயிரியல் புலத்தின் மரபியல் துறை தலைவர் மற்றும் இன்று புதிதாக தொடங்கப்பட்டுள்ள ஆய்வகங்களின் ஒருங்கிணைப்பாளர் பேராசிரியர் குமரேசன் அவர்களை இந்த விழாவிற்கு வரவேற்பதில் பெருமகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். மேலும் இவ்விழாவிற்கு வருகை தந்துள்ள ஆட்சிக்குழு உறுப்பினர்கள் மற்றும் ஆட்சி மன்ற உறுப்பினர்கள், முன்னாள் இந்நாள் பேராசிரியர் பெருமக்கள், புலத்தலைவர்கள், துறைத் தலைவர்கள், ஆராய்ச்சியாளர்கள், சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்கள், அலுவலர்கள், மாணவர்கள் மற்றும் ஊடக நண்பர்களையும் வரவேற்பதில் பெரும் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். அனைவருக்கும் மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை நன்றி கலந்த வணக்கத்தை தெரிவிக்கொண்டு மீண்டும் வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
கல் தோன்றி மண் தோன்றா காலத்தே முன் தோன்றிய மூத்த குடி தமிழ்குடி. பண்டைய காலத்துடன் அறிவியல் கைகோர்த்து விந்தைகள் புரியும் காலம் இது. மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் தொல் மரபியல் மற்றும் உயிரியல் பாதுகாப்பு நிலை 3 ஆய்வகங்களை தற்போது திறந்து வைத்த மாண்புமிகு நிதி அமைச்சர் அவர்களுக்கு எங்களின் மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகள். தற்போது நமது பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் பாரம்பரியத்தின் சிறப்பை பற்றி எடுத்துரைக்க மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் மாண்புமிகு துணைவேந்தர் பேராசிரியர் ஜே குமார் அவர்களை கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
Good evening. I once again join all of you in welcoming our Honorable Minister, who has been very gracious to accept our invitation. Many times when you meet eminent people, they share a radiance which brings you joy. The very first time I had an opportunity to greet him as soon as I assumed office, it was such a wonderful experience. He was extremely cordial, and then even at a time when it was lunch, he was so cordial and then greeted me with a lot of happiness. And the first thing he told me was, this Madurai Kamaraj University was established by my grandfather with a lot of happiness and pride, and then subsequently it was nourished by my father, so please take care of it. The joy is abundant, but the responsibility is very important. So I thank you, sir, for coming over and gracing this great occasion. The details of this inaugural function, which has been just over about a couple of minutes ago, will be streamed as a video content, and also Professor Kumarasan will highlight the importance of this facility. I join in inviting and greeting all of you for this function with our registrar, Professor Sivakumar, and I also join all the colleagues here for making this function a unique event. Anybody, when they want to join an institution, will go through this institution's history, and then obviously, as I would like to say, when I went through the portals of this university, I was very impressed with the very entrance of this university, which has been very unique, and then subsequently went through the events which had happened here, and I will just summarize in a very quick, brief time about how this university has evolved, which I had termed it as a legacy. On 27th of July 1965, the then Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Bhaktavachalam, introduced a bill in the Legislative Assembly, and then after, on 6th February 1966, this university was formally established through an act. And Professor T.P. Meenakshi Sundaram, an eminent scholar by himself in Tamil literature, has been appointed as the Vice Chancellor, and he held that position for a period of 5 years. In 1966, an advisory committee was formed with Sri P.T. Rajan, the then MLC, to draw up the rules necessary to conduct elections for the various authorities. And thus, this institution has come into existence. On 7th of September 1967, the first convocation address was delivered by the Great Honorable Chief Minister Through C.N. Annadurai, the D.Lit man who was a very extraordinary scholar in English and Tamil, and he was conferred to Sri Lakshmanaswamy Mudaliyar for the establishment of an extension center which formed the nucleus of this university. On 18th November 1969, President of India through V.V. Giri instituted a Thirukural chair and he was conferred D.Lit. On 23rd August 1970, the Inter-University Board of India was held and the Vice Chancellor from all over India and Ceylon attended this meeting. So 6th of February happens to be the University Day, as you can understand. An act was established in 1978 and subsequently in the year 1979, the university was renamed as Madurai Kamaraj University. The Bharat Ratna Kamaraj had been honored with the name of Madurai Kamaraj University. In 1981, an entrance arch, as I mentioned, was constructed during the period of the Vice Chancellor J. Ramachandran, and then the Tamil conference was also held here. 7th to 12th of January 1989, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, through Rajiv Gandhi, inaugurated the 76th session of Indian Science Congress at Madurai Kamaraj University. Holding a science congress had been the privilege of the Eastern people, so-called the subcontinent's eastern side, but this was the first time it was organized here. 10th May, the statue of Kamaraj was declared open by the then President through R. Venkatraman. In 1993, Sri Jayalalitha was given the honorary doctorate. 22nd November 2000, Dr. APJ Kalam, on whose name this hall is inaugurated and established, had been conferred the Doctor of Science at the 34th annual convocation. In 2005, the university achieved the potential for excellence, which is known as UPE, the first recognition for an university in Tamil Nadu. The university with potential for excellence was first given to this university. And subsequently only it was given to other universities. On 15th December 2006, Madurai Kamaraj University conferred an honorary doctorate to the Honorable Chief Minister Thiru M. Karunanidhi on the occasion of the 40th annual convocation. In 2012, grants were received for the promotion of university research and scientific excellence by DST, which was known as a PERS program, and thereafter Professor G.S. Venkatraman, Professor Vijayalakshmi, and Navanitha Krishnan were awarded the Padma Shri Awards from this university's faculty stream. Dr. Chandrasekharan, Dr. Jayaraman, Dr. Pandian, and Dr. Dharmalingam were awarded the Shantishwara Bhatnagar Award. Now, once again, it's a very great pride moment to announce to this august audience that there is no university in this state which has had this privilege of having 4 Bhatnagar awardees. Thanks to all of them. Former Chief Minister of Madras Presidency and the last President of the Justice Party, Sri Ponnambala Tyagarajan, donated his land for this university, and the university's main campus was named as Tamilavel P.T. Rajan Maligai to honor him. An evening college campus was also named after this legendary person, Mr. P.T. Rajan. Through P.T.R. Panalivel Rajan was nominated as the syndicate member of the Madurai Kamaraj University by the governor for 3 terms. I repeat, he was the only person who had been nominated by the governor for 3 terms. MKU conferred the degree as Doctor of Law to P.T.R. Panalivel Rajan in 1997. There has been several other facts. I just wanted to take a quick summary of this. University has secured 52nd rank in NIRF among universities in 2022. On 9 September 2022, we had the fortune of inviting our Honorable Minister for Education, through Dr. K. Ponmudi, who inaugurated the UG programs which was once again the first of its kind to have an UG program in this university campus in Tamil, English, Commerce, Mathematics, and Psychology. I thank all those who had been responsible for supporting me in this initiative. On 13th July, we held the 54th convocation, wherein we were able to award degrees to more than 1.34 lakh students. This is once again a very unique number in the history of this university. The university was bifurcated as Mother Teresa University, Alagappa University, and subsequently Manoன்மணி Sundarala University in 1990. There has been legends who had been passing through the portals of this university. I just read out the few of the legacies of this university. I also want to honor and acknowledge the great contributions of the former Vice Chancellors, just to talk about the legendary work of Dr. T.P. Meenakshi Sundaram, who had been the first Vice Chancellor, and he was an ambassador to create chairs of French and Russian. He had talked to ambassadors of the respective countries, and then he has created these chairs. And he had also talked to the chief ministers of the southern states and had established chairs in Malayalam, Telugu, and Kannada, which we continue to hold in high esteem. Professor TPM collected a lot of books, and then he donated all these books to the university library, and thanks to this great initiative, the university has honored the library of the university in his name as TPM Library. He had sown the seeds for the academic banyan tree. Dr. M. Varadarajan, very fondly known as Muva, as all of us know, wrote the first explanations for all the 1330 Thirukural, and then he had been very cautious in evolving this institution. He had been the founder to create the research conscience among the university faculty, and he had established a methodology to create activities of research. He had really sown the seeds of what we call as the correspondence education as well. The then next Vice Chancellor during 75 to 78, Professor Chitti Babu, whom I had the fortune of interacting with him, had established the semester system and an autonomous college concept in his tenure. He has also created a lot of endowments, and he has created departments of sociology, education, and political science. There are a lot of applauds for these great people, but for want of time, I'm just quickly summarizing some of the significant contributions. Dr. V.C. Kulandesamy, whom I had a personal association, was the Vice Chancellor of Anna University. He was the Vice Chancellor only for a 1-year time, but even during that time, he had made a mark in creating the road structure as simple as this. The roads which we use as of today is about 45 years old, and he had laid these roads, earmarked the boundary as a civil engineer. He has a model which is known as VCK model in hydrology. But he had faith in creating a cornerstone, as we say, and his golden words were, "Don't come to me and waste your time, I will come to you." I had taken such messages from great eminent people, and I wish I am able to follow them. So these were the real great leaders of this institution, and he used to write every day evening the income and expenditure of this university. And to all our great thinking and imagination, he was the one who had established a strong financial system of this university, and he had created a huge corpus fund which had been obviously spent for various developmental work of this university and not had been wasted, in my opinion. Professor J. Ramachandran, as I said initially, has established the arch in this university at the entrance, and he has established the horticulture sector. He has enriched the greenery of the campus. Followed by that, Dr. S. Krishnasamy, another eminent biological scientist, had created this statue of Kamaraj and also created the women's studies and the EMMRC, which we have now in order to create programs of MOOC courses. He had conducted the first science congress, as I elaborately told in the initial presentation. Dr. M. Lakshmanan, who is amidst us, sir, we welcome you for this great occasion. Thank you for coming here. Who was the Vice Chancellor during 89 to 92, was a man who covered science to religion, and then he had established the Department of Art History, Fine Arts, the Department of Journalism and Science Communication, and the Department of Future Studies. The glorious words of the future studies is a word of importance, and we hope we will be able to fulfill his dreams. Dr. M.D.K. Kuthalingam introduced innovative programs in distance education, and he also established the MKU college during the period 92 to 95. There are several laurels to every person, but for want of time, I just quickly run through in another 2 minutes. I beg your pardon, Minister. Professor K. Aludiya Pillai, in period of 95 to 98, set apart core fund for future pensioners and wanted to create a Palkanagar township. Professor Saligu established a lot of support systems for the community in particular, in creating teaching vacancies as well. Professor P.K. Panusamy, a physicist, constructed a compound wall around the campus. Professor Madhu Muthu, an eminent chemist, had been able to create a state university, getting the status of UPE, as I said, the first state university which got UPE, or University with Potential for Excellence, in 2007. Dr. Karpaga Kumaravel, another eminent scholar, had been able to create several positions of faculty members and created many departments of activity. Dr. Kalyani Madhivanan had also been able to generate a lot of funds in order to promote faculty members' appointment, and she had created Center for Film and Electronic Media Studies and Center for Tourism and Hotel Management. The university also got NAC accreditation for the first time with a A+ grade in the third cycle. Professor Kalyani Madhivanan has also been able to establish a lot of facilities as buildings. Professor Chaladurai had created, in 2017, he had held the Golden Jubilee Convocation, and in his tenure, the Swachhta ranking of higher educational institutions in the country was awarded by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, and the university was recognized as in the second position. The university has been accredited in the last year with the A++ grade in the fourth cycle, which is 2021, by NAC, and we follow these legends, and we have been able to establish the UG program, as I said, and we are able to establish the non-Mudalvan scheme of the CM. The current CM's vision is to have a golden period of higher education, and we sincerely believe in these kinds of expressions, and we would like to promote an facility of excellence as ICURE, an international consortium of universal research erudition. As a first step, we are trying to organize a conference in the month of February during 3rd to 6th. We are also trying to establish a sports facility with the state of art to the extent of about 20 crores, and we have already supported and made an initiative to submit a major proposal in collaboration with other 4 state universities nearby, namely Alagappa University, Mother Teresa University, Manoன்மணியம் Sundarana University, and Tiruvallur University. We have submitted a proposal of 60 crores to DST for initiating these activities of excellence. We are also into the stream of online courses, which will be a major initiative from the university in promoting higher education. The word online has become a normal or the order of the day, but still promoting higher education in a methodology of technology has to be carefully handled, because one-to-one interaction with faculty members may get minimized in the online mode, though we can have a system of an online course very carefully designed. And more so, we have to very carefully design the system of evaluation, which can be done through proctored mode, but in a system like ours or a country like India, we have a larger distribution of the population in different locations, so it has to be very carefully planned. and with the guidance of the government of Tamil Nadu, and with the massive support from the Department of Education, and with the guidance and support of the Honorable Finance Minister, I am very hopeful that we will take forward the legacy built by the forefathers of our Honorable Minister and also the legends who had contributed in this university. I very sincerely thank all those who had contributed for the development of this university, and I request all of you to keep the spirit high and then follow the footsteps of the great legends of this university and then promote the excellence of education in this country as a whole. Thank you all. Thanks, Minister.
மாண்புமிகு நிதி மற்றும் மனிதவள மேம்பாட்டுத்துறை அமைச்சர் முனைவர் பழனிவேல் தியாகராஜன் அவர்களுக்கு பொன்னாடை மற்றும் நினைவு பரிசு வழங்க துணைவேந்தர் பேராசிரியர் ஜெயக்குமார் அவர்களை கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். தொல் மரபியல் மற்றும் உயிரியல் பாதுகாப்பு நிலை 3 ஆய்வகங்களை பற்றி உரையாற்ற மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் மரபியல் துறை தலைவர் பேராசிரியர் ஜி குமரேசன் அவர்கள்.
Honorable Minister of Finance and Human Resource Development, respected Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Chairperson, School of Biological Sciences, my dear faculty members, students, and office staff. So, warm welcome to you all again. So, I would like to talk about the facility whatever has been inaugurated by Honorable Minister today. First thing is Ancient DNA Laboratory. The Archaeology Department of Government of Tamil Nadu is excavating for the past 3-4 years in various places like Kiladi, Kondagai, Kodumanal, Adichanallur, Sivagalai, and Mailadumbare, and also other places. So they are doing it in a very systematic way for the past few years, and they are establishing collaboration with more than 15 institutions on various aspects like chemistry, geochemistry, material science, and so on. And in that context, they have identified Madurai Kamaraj University for collaborating in ancient DNA aspects. So first thing I would like to really recall the contribution of Professor Pichappan. He was instrumental in this, and also Uday Chandran sir. He was the Commissioner of Archaeology at that time. He showed very lot of interest, and he established all these possibilities. And also would like to recall the effort of former Vice Chancellor Professor Krishnan, who was really contributed by allocating fund for this program through RUSA project. And also Dr. Balakrishnan and many other people contributed. And initially the laboratory model was made based on the laboratory in University of Chicago. Dr. Manasa, we had so many meetings with her, and also there is a lab at Lucknow. Based on that we have made this model. So the plan is so to get the DNA from the ancient skeletal remains from various places, various archaeological excavation sites, and because from India there are no papers so far, no international publications based on the data derived from the ancient samples, and this would be of whatever the effort we are making would be of the first, because all over the world now more than 5,000 samples have been sequenced from the ancient bones, and now all the data is available in the open source. Not only that, millions of modern humans genome sequence is also available. So the plan is to do this DNA isolation from here, because DNA isolation is not at all easy now, and it's very easy. It can be done even by a kindergarten student. But the problem with the ancient DNA is we have bones, probably it might not have DNA also, or it is already contaminated with 99.99% of bacterial DNA. So that is a challenge. And also contamination from the air, contamination from the individual who is isolating the DNA. So to take care of all those things, this kind of laboratories, class 1000 laboratories necessary. So thanks to all the funding agencies, authorities, so who made this possible. And I also would like to thank our Vice Chancellor for making this really possible, because he has taken a lot of efforts in the last 3-4 months to get this coming, because it's going on for a long time, and he made several steps to getting this accomplished. So now, apart from DNA, we are also analyzing the ancient proteins. We are also analyzing the biomolecules from these ants and all those places. and soon we'll be able to track the migration pattern. There are so many theories already available, but we have to generate data from our own samples, and so we can put it into the international global data bank, and so our data will will be really useful, and people will cite that, and also there will be a lot of student development from, and all those things will be possible. We are also collaborating with the University of Harvard. There is a very leading scientist, and who himself came forward. We are collaborating with him, and the team is soon visiting MKU. The plan is to do all the things at MKU itself, because that is what our interest, because initially the plan was to give somewhere, but we are doing everything at MKU, and in parallel it also will be done in Harvard to make sure that things are right. So this is all about the ancient DNA project. So we have some preliminary results, and but the thing is, this is a very sensitive subject, because there are so many concepts and so many theories. So we want to make sure that, and we want to confirm that, and soon we'll be able to come with very good data, in which I think we all can be proud of that. Another good point about our data is, like, in Tamil Nadu, we are known for the Sangam literature. So the time is around 500 BC. But similarly, the places like Kondohai, Kiledi, the time is around 500 BC. So we have contemporary literature available. So whatever the data we find, whatever the materials we find, we can corroborate with the data, with the literature. So those are the very unique advantages from our place. So we are working on all these contexts, and I'm sure that we'll be able to do get some good data soon. So this is one point. And another thing is, always people say that why are you working on history, which is probably not not going to take us forward. But I would like to tell that from Department of Genetics, from School of Biological Sciences and MKU, we are working on various aspects of genomics. This ancient genomics is just one part, and we are working on various aspects of medical genomics, and we are characterizing various diseases by using genomics methods. And also now we are coming up with a proposal wherein we can try to go for a personalized medicine just by sequencing the genome of an individual. Then we can try to predict or forecast the possible whether the person would be able to get hypercholesteremia, or he is prone to diabetes, and all those things. So those kind of personalized medicine possibilities, we are drafting a proposal, and then soon probably will be submitting to government of Tamil Nadu. And so eventually our healthcare system can be really improved. And another possibility is also digitalizing all the healthcare information, and then putting together along with genomic information. So that's what many countries are doing, and I think we also can start doing those things in a very small scale. And so 5 years or 10 years down the lane, we'll be able to have a very great healthcare system, which is comparable to many developed countries. So we are also working on those aspects. And coming to the BSL-3 facility, and this facility is basically to work with very dangerous pathogens like HIV, tuberculosis, anthrax, brucellosis, and other things. So during the COVID time, the Vice Chancellor has suggested we can establish a facility, and so we have a facility right now. And already many projects are going on, and we also have a biosafety committee, and which governs all these things. So all this research will be done in a very careful way after the approval of these bodies, and also all with following all the disposal norms. And we are expecting so many other projects from various faculty members soon, since we have the facility. And finally, these projects are funded by RUSA program. And in RUSA, one of the mandates apart from research is skill development. Now, Government of Tamil Nadu is also promoting skill development, insisting skill development in various contexts. So whatever the ancient DNA or the biosafety lab, all the technologies once we have established, and we have planned a series of skill development programs to the students, and that is also another major objective of these programs, because not only research, we want to train our students and then get them excel in these techniques, and so they will get an opportunity. So apart from the regular stream of skill development courses which are available in non-Muslim scheme or other stream, so our university also would have our own skill development courses which would empower the students. So we are working on all these aspects. Again, I would like to thank Vice Chancellor for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.
தொல் மரபியல் மற்றும் உயிரியல் பாதுகாப்பு நிலை 3 ஆய்வகங்களை பற்றிய ஒரு குறும்படம்.
I am Professor Kumaresan from Department of Genetics, School of Biological Sciences, Madurai Kamaraj University. So I am going to give the overview of the ancient DNA project at School of Biological Sciences, Madurai Kamaraj University. So here what we are doing at Madurai Kamaraj University is we have established ancient DNA laboratory at the cost of 2 crores from RUSA project, and this lab is a dedicated lab for working with ancient samples. For example, the problem with the ancient samples is it is there in the environment for like more than 2000 years, and there is a possibility of very rich contamination with old DNA and degraded DNA, and this needs to be really isolated in a very controlled environment. So the ancient DNA laboratory is very much useful, and we have established the laboratory and we have established all the pipelines to work with. The plan is, so we will isolate DNA from the ancient remains from Kiladi, Kondagai and other archaeological excavation sites, and then we'll decode the genetic evidences and then trying to understand our history, migration and all those things. So by doing this ancient genomic research, so we'll be able to do that, and we are doing that. On the other hand, apart from DNA, we are also analyzing the proteins, we are also analyzing the chemicals, and then trying to understand the so cultural civilization and what kind of agricultural practices people had long time back and all those things. So we have all the equipments at Madurai Kamaraj University, and in this venture we are also collaborating with Harvard University, and so we are doing the experiments at Madurai Kamaraj University as well as in Harvard, and so the results will be more reliable. And not only the DNA from humans, we are also working with the DNA from animals, we are working with the DNA from plants, because plants have been identified, certain plant materials have been identified from some excavation places, and we are working together. Soon we will be able to decode our civilization at that time, and what kind of materials we have used, and what is our migration history and all those things. Thank you.
பெருமை மிக்க குடும்பத்தைச் சேர்ந்த பண்பாளர், சிறந்த கல்வியாளர், தமிழக அரசின் மாண்புமிகு நிதி மற்றும் மனிதவள மேம்பாட்டுத்துறை அமைச்சர் முனைவர் பழனிவேல் தியாகராஜன் அவர்களை துவக்க உரையாற்ற அன்புடன் அழைக்கிறோம்.
The Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor J. Kumar, Registrar, Professor M. Sivakumar, the Head of the Department of Genetics, Professor G. Kumaresan, the Chairperson of the School of Biological Sciences, Professor S. Chandrasekharan, the many eminent former administrators, professors, Vice Chancellors, Vice Chancellor Lakshmanan, current faculty, non-teaching staff, students, friends. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for inviting me to this very important and happy occasion. Unfortunately, I have another event at 5 o'clock, so I'm not going to be able to say much, but that's probably in the fitness of things, because some very important history as well as some very clear technical explanations of what has just been established here have already been elucidated by the Vice Chancellor and the Head of the Department of Genetics. Of course, I first want to congratulate everybody on the establishment of these advanced laboratories and facilities that will aid, among other things, a better understanding of our own history and culture as we do a lot of increased archaeology and digs, especially between here and the Cape in many different sites, and to some extent in the western side in Krishnagiri. I must also say at a personal level, it's a bit of a nostalgic feeling to be back after so many decades. I remember coming here as a young boy with my father. I was actually passing through here in the 1980s when the World Tamil Conference was held. And I know that both my grandfather, Tirupati Rajan, and my grand-uncle, who was the then Chief Minister of Madras State, Thiru Bhaktavachalam, had both a great role to play in setting up this institution. and took great pride that they were advancing the educational opportunities, especially for the middle class and the poor, through a government university. I remember back in the day that biology and microbiology were considered the kind of best departments, most specialized departments in this university, and I'm glad to see that continues broadly in the School of Biological Sciences, that we have these labs. I think it is the role of every government, at least those of us who claim to be socialists and work for social justice, to ensure that high quality education, affordable education, is available to all who seek it. And in particular, that schools of excellence, cultures of excellence, where the tradition continues, both through the professors but also through the students and the alumni and the network, are established. It is increasingly the failure of democracy that we find great variation in economic outcomes, in access to opportunities. Around the world, we see the disparity of wealth and opportunity increasing. And it makes it even more important for us that such institutions, which cater to all and in an affordable way, are sustained and made successful. So I think, of course, at a personal level, I'm very happy to be back and renew the association for yet another generation. I wish the university, the administration, all of you students much success. I think striving for excellence in the pursuit of knowledge is the greatest accelerator of both societal progress and individual betterment and economic outcomes. So I encourage all of you to aim to be the best at what you do and use the kind of advanced facilities that have just been opened today to think beyond what your textbooks tell you and what the current state of local perception of the state of the art is. Innovation is going to be a huge differentiator, and such facilities should promote a lot of innovation and a lot of fresh thinking, even as you go through searching history and archaeological remains. With that, let me thank you again for inviting me, for gathering here. It's an exciting day. I hope we'll discover many new things through these laboratories, and I wish all of you a great future. Thank you very much.
மாண்புமிகு நிதியமைச்சர் அவர்களை தன் விரல்களால் வரைந்து நினைவு பரிசாக வழங்குகிறார் மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் கலை வரலாற்றுத்துறை உதவி பேராசிரியர் முனைவர் பாபு அவர்கள். நன்றி மறப்பது நன்றன்று. நன்றியுரை வழங்குகிறார் மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் உயிரி அறிவியல் புலத் தலைவர் பேராசிரியர் எஸ். சந்திரசேகரன் அவர்கள்.
Honorable Minister for Finance and Human Resource Development, respected Vice Chancellor, beloved Registrar, Professor Kumaresan, the PA of the projects inaugurated today, my dear colleagues and my student friends. So this gives me immense pleasure to propose vote of thanks for this event. I have to thank Honorable Minister for inaugurating these two facilities. Actually, the ancient DNA is one of the popular emerging research area, not only to trace the history but also to predict the disease and disease resistance. To recognize the field, last year Nobel Prize was given to Babu, that is to reconstructed 40,000-year-old Neanderthals DNA and related with today's modern Homo sapiens. So these facilities is going to be unique. I have to thank our Honorable Minister for inaugurating these two major facilities. So I have to thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor for his constant effort, not only to these, there are many things in his mind, and usually he used to promote innovation and skill-oriented programs. I am thankful, I express my sincere thanks on behalf of you and my own behalf to the Honorable Vice Chancellor. The Registrar always cooperative, whenever, wherever we required, his presence and his support will be there. I thank the Honorable Registrar for his constant support to take any new initiatives. Professor Kumaresan, he put his all effort to complete the two facilities. So on behalf of you and my own behalf, I thank Professor Kumaresan for his efforts. I have to thank the former then Vice Chancellor Professor M. Krishnan for his initial contribution to establishing these two laboratories. So by considering the time constraint, I express my sincere thanks on behalf of School of Biological Sciences, on behalf of Madurai Kamaraj University, one and all. Thank you very much.
நாட்டுப்பண்.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे काहे तब जय गादा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे